All right, guys. So I stumbled across this topic that admittedly is probably not going to be very YouTube friendly, but I have to respond to this because this video right here is an example of just how crazy some people on the left have become when it comes to this issue that we have in our society that we're talking about, this culture war topic of so-called LGBTQ rights, okay? Because I would argue that there are no rights that LGBTQ people don't have that everybody else has, okay? I believe that LGBTQ people are equal to everybody else. And because I believe that, I don't think that any group should have any special rights or privileges, okay? But you do have leftists who do believe that certain groups should have unlimited rights and privileges when it comes to certain things, okay? Like, for example, when we talk about this topic of banning books in school, okay? Or more specifically, more accurately, banning explicit material in school, right? That, again, are children's books that have explicit content. Those books are being taken off shelves around the country because parents are backlashing against these books being placed in school. Now, most of the time when the left talks about this topic, they know that the books are being banned are explicit, right? They're not banned in the dictionary, but they want to pretend like they're banning the dictionary because they don't want to actually deal with having to defend explicit books in school, because we all know what the implications of somebody who would defend that are, right? However, again, you do have some leftists that are so woke, okay? Leftists like Emma Vigeland, who, when presented with the explicit book on Tim Pool's show with Sean Fitzgerald, actual justice warrior, you guys should follow him. When presented with the actual book, she takes a very extreme position and basically says that she would not ban the book in school, that this should actually be in school because she doesn't believe in any censorship, right? And clearly that takes us down a really crazy rabbit hole. And I want to react to this. But before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can check out my merch, including the shirt I'm wearing right here, my fat phobic shirt. You can check that out at my website, gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code TEAMBCP. So without further ado, roll the clip.
If I open this book
on
YouTube, the stream will get taken down.
Okay.
Did you ever read this book?
No.
This book is in middle schools in Florida. Ron DeSantis had it removed. That's one simple policy he did. That's very good. You've never seen this book?
I've heard about it.
Have you ever looked inside of it?
No, but I mean, I don't believe in censorship.
If I show you a picture, will you be offended?
I mean,
can I show you a picture of a on camera?
I wouldn't be offended. I mean, I think
disavow.
That, honestly, do you know, Tim, that the more children learn about sexual education in the way that's productive and done in schools, the less likely they are to be know what is good and what is bad.
I can't share this image on YouTube.
Do you hear me though about that?
So I think
the more children
the issue
learn
is,
about sexual education, the less likely they are to be victims of.
I think the issue is you're confusing sexual education with kink. Right, so I'm looking at this right now. I can't even hold it up because I can't point it at the camera, and I don't understand why school children should be taught how to perform.
I don't believe they're being taught that.
Why was this book
banned?
Why was this book in grade
I don't
schools?
really know. Again,
Amazon
because this is
right,
another
so,
case-by-case example.
No. You asked me about what Ron
favor
DeSantis
of censorship.
did. You asked me what Ron DeSantis did that I liked.
That he banned genderqueer?
That he's removing and kink books from middle schools is a very, very good one. And I would.
Well, for me, my politics are a little broader than that, Tim, I gotta say.
So, listen, if your argument to me is that I or anyone else should support your politics because you want to show children, you're going to lose.
Well, I don't think that that is a policy done by teachers in this country. I think that this
book was in schools in Florida, which is why
there are a ton of books that are in a ton of schools. I don't believe in censorship. That's not my bag, buddy.
So you think children should have Playboy?
I don't really think so. No.
What about Hustler? So you think of
censorship?
Wow, that is actually insane. That is actually probably one of the most insane exchanges that I've seen in a while. Because, again, you would think that reasonable people, when presented with, hey, we have a book here that is so explicit that I can't even show it on YouTube, right? I can't show it on YouTube. We've seen the books on local news, and no local news is censoring what's in the books, right? So it can't be shown to local news, which is designed to be watched by literally everybody, right? Can't show it on local news, can't show it on YouTube, right? But this leftist is so woke that she defends the indefensible and basically says, well, yeah, sure, I don't think that book should be banned, right? I don't think it should be banned. Like, you can't say outright that, hey, if any content has explicit material in it, that it shouldn't be in school, right? You can't say that like outright, just off the cuff. Like, yeah, if that book has explicit material, then it should be banned. That's what a reasonable person would say. But again, my point is that we're not dealing with reasonable people here. We're dealing with people who quite literally are for every extreme. Every extreme. And you know how she tries to justify this? She tries to justify this in the worst way. She basically says, well, children getting more of a sexual education makes them less likely to be victims of, bad things, okay, when it comes to that. Okay, but educated by who, right? Does that mean that it's the job of the state to educate children on this, or should it be the job of the parents to educate children on this? Because education is education, right? They can get education from their parents, which everybody is saying, yeah, I mean, parents should do that, right? If this is what needed to be taught to kids, then it's the parents that should be having those conversations, right? That's what reasonable people agree on. What these leftists are saying is that, no, your kid should learn it in school. And along with learning in school, we're going to indoctrinate them into left-wing ideology. Because it's not even just about that, okay? It's about them becoming more liberal, right? Kids becoming more liberal, okay? That's what they want. That's why they do BLM. That's why I do this stuff. It's because it's about more children voting Democrat, right? Voting progressive. That's what it is. When they grow up, okay? When they become adults and they can vote, they've been raised by the school as liberals. Hopefully they grow up as adults to be liberal, right? And they're going to vote Democrat. That's what's happening here. So, again, in her world, because, again, some people, in my opinion, I think, hey, they may not be thoroughly thinking through the issues of morality in regards to what they advocate for, but this person is accepting of this book because she doesn't believe in censorship, which she thinks is some type of gotcha, right? Because the right is supposed to be against censorship, right? It's a gotcha. Well, I don't believe in censorship, Tim. This is why I'm okay with explicit content being shown to kids in school. Censorship. And it's like, again, these people don't understand the difference between conservatism and libertarianism, right? They think conservatives are libertarians, and then they try to hold us to these libertarian positions that are not conservative, right? Which, again, I think you would be hard-pressed to even find libertarians that agree that kids should be learning about this stuff in school. I think that you would be hard-pressed to find even some of those who are okay with that, right? But maybe there are some. For the most part, if you're conservative, you're not okay with it, right? You're just not okay with it. Okay, this is like the most basic conservative issue, right? I mean, there are no two sides to it in the conservative circle, right? I mean, if you're okay with this, then you're probably not conservative, and that's where we're at, right? So again, this person, Emma Vigeland, tries to pull the I don't believe in censorship card, right? I don't believe any censorship. I'm a anti-censorship extremist, right? I take it to the absolute. Okay, I don't believe in any censorship. So now she gets down this rabbit hole where it's like, okay, so you want to just show kids explicit content? You think that's what we should be doing? Right? Because again, if you're truly an anti-censorship absolutist, then that is what you advocate for. Which, again, you're never going to win people over if that's your position. Right? Which is why this position right here that she's taking has to be presented as the mainstream position in the Democrat Party, because it is. Ultimately, that's what it is, right? These people agree with Emma Vigeland, right? That is what the Democrat Party has endorsed. This is what they're for. They're saying we don't believe in any censorship for children, right? We shouldn't censor anything. We should let them see anything and have it in school too, right? This is what they're saying. This is the mainstream position of the Democrat Party. Because Democrats can't say no to the wokest among them. They can't say no. They can't tell you, look, this is too far. Because they want that vote that bad, right? They want the vote that bad. They will do anything for the vote, right? Anything for the vote. But again, this right here has to be presented as this is the mainstream position of the Democrats. No censorship for anything. Don't censor children when it comes to anything. Let them see whatever, right? Show them anything. Not just allow them to see it, push it on them, right? Put it in their faces, right? I mean, that's basically what it is. That's what Democrats, that's where they're at, right? And then they say you're a bigot if you say, nah, bro, that's not cool. We don't want you doing that. They will say you're a bigot, right? You're a bigot for being opposed to it. But you're telling us straight up, yeah, we don't believe any censorship. It's amazing. Again, if this is the route they want to go down, hey, it is what it is. But you're saying it. This is what they're saying. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.